Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, first we're going to talk about Jaron Ennis being a free agent. Then we talk about Caleb Plant. They saying he wants $10 million. Also, AJ backup playing like it's going to be Alexander Usyk. Joyce might have to make another move, but let's talk about Jaron Ennis first. Shout out to Philadelphia. Great fighters there. Ton of great fighters there now and, in the past. But it says Jaron Ennis reached settlement with Victory Boxer Promotion ending lawsuit for the first time in more than 2 years. The next fight for Jaron Ennis will come without a legal battle plan in the background. The supremely gifted welterweight contender agreed to settle with the estranged promoter Chris Middleroff. Remember he had Terrence Crawford too in Victory Promotions, putting an end to the messy lawsuits, which at one point threatened to put Ennis' career on hold. This dog love climbing. Don't you jump. Man, chihuahuas. The supremely gifted, the court was advised by counsel that this case was settled. Read the docket closing the documents and stipulated dismissal signed by the counsel for both parties shall file by June 17, 2021. If no closing documents are filed, the pursuant to the local 41.c, the court may order a dismissal of the action without further notice. Quote, within 60 days of the dismissal order, either party may be petitioned to have the case reinstated after showing good cause as to why settle was not in fact, all that other good stuff. Constant, whatever this shit is saying, man. Jesus. I want to hear about the boxing. I signed with Cameron Duncan, Nat Matterhoff, Ennis claimed at the time. So Chris worked for Cameron. So it really strange when started acting like he was in charge. Like he was my promoter. My pops, Dig Bozzy Ennis Sr., goes back a long way with Cameron, and I got to know him really well when everybody was recruiting me out the amateurs. Cameron was the guy we signed with. I never had any dealings or agreements with Chris Matterhoff other than working with Cameron. Matterhoff is legal, seeing dispute such claim, arguing that the binding contract in fact exists and is still claiming him as the promoter. The legal case threatened to put Ennis' career on hold for an agreement to be reached beyond the lawsuit permitting the boxer to return to the ring with the first round knockout of Franklin, whatever. The most recent, so I'm guessing calls have since come for the next challenge title other than top welterweight. Well, the journey will now come free and clear of any court hassle. At least it relates to the current promoter status. So he's just with Cameron Duncan Promotions, which I don't know if Cameron was the top ranked guy. People forget that he was the top ranked version of Al Haymon as far as managing all their fighters. I don't know his promotion called, but he can't get him no fights, man. He got to leave. So it's called Now Boxer Promoters. So he launched it in 2019. So he signed Porky Chop Guerrero. So he still got a promoter. I don't know if he's going to sign a side deal with Al or what's going on here. So got to wait and see. If he signed with a side deal with Al, okay. If you don't, it is what it is. We just got to be patient and see what happens with him. But, hopefully, they do his best for his career and, it'll all fall into place. But Caleb Plant wanted $10 million for Canelo Alvarez. Fight not ridiculous, says Lou DiBella. Promoter Lou DiBella sees Plant requested $10 million as not being a ridiculous number for Canelo fight. So Plant can't get more money elsewhere. That's what they're saying. Caleb Plant can't make more money elsewhere. I don't know what they paid those guys, but I'm hearing $6 to $8 million in the range. Colin Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. Both of Lou DiBella is in talking about Canelo's opponent. We're getting paid for fights. They should thank Eddie for getting them big paydays fights against Canelo, because when we're Saunders and Saunders making, I think him and Colin Smith and Saunders making anywhere near that, and when Caleb Plant make anywhere near that going to get where you're gonna make it, not. I think it's a subscriber thing. I believe the Brits are going to buy a big Canelo event too, particularly if Eddie Hearn puts Brits on the undercard.
So Caleb Plant is bigger than the United States by far than Saunders and Smith. He's had more exposure on bigger platforms, Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. He goes on to say 10 million, not outrageous. I don't agree with him. Said DeBella wanted more than Saunders and Smith received more with Canelo. However, I think he can get more. He's Plant. He got more leverage. He'd be stupid to hold anyone to the ransom because you don't have someone that will outbid somewhere else. But I do think it's outrageous if he were on the table and they were Plant looking for $10 million. Probably not. Do I think Plant is being ridiculous? No, I think he's being smart. Kid. You know, like I said before, ain't no point in reading this. Billy Joe got 8. Billy Joe been in pro since 2019, right? Don't nobody know Billy Joe over here. You know, he never fought on American television other than on HBO versus Billy Joe Saunders, and that was years ago. Nobody knew Callum Smith. You know, nobody. Caleb Plant been a pro since when? Fix my damn chair. Since 14. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Derevchenko got $5 million to fight Triple G with Al Heyman. Al Heyman gonna get him $12 million. If not, they got the belt. They can fight Benavidez. They can fight Charlo. You know what I'm saying? They can put people in positions to be Canelo mandatory. They got so many options. They don't need Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? We seen Al Heyman pay somebody to drop their title on Peter Quillen. So for the most part, he can make Benavidez and Plant. He can make that fight 2 or 3 times. Throw Charlo in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You know, he can do whatever. They got players up there. You know, even though they don't match their top fighters with each other, you know. You got Daniel Jacobs, who's supposed to still be advised. Why you throw Danny Jacobs, Jamal Charlo in there? You know what I'm saying? You got David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo. Hell yeah, they can all fight each other. Plant, Danny Jacobs, David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo. They can all fight each other. They can all fight trilogies. It can be Al Heyman can make a mini tournament with the IBF. You know what I'm saying? Or he can push the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez for Benavidez, and they give Benavidez the regular belt, which is the real belt, and they all can fight each other. Al Heyman hands ain't tied. He can put that tournament on TV, even though they don't fight the best fighters. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they don't need Canelo, but it's a lot of money to turn down. And I knew he was gonna ask for 10 plus or at least $10 million. I wasn't stupid. It's Al Heyman. Al Heyman gonna get the most money for his fighter, and Canelo need that undisputed. If not, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But moving on, yeah. Let me know what you guys think he gonna get. But Anthony Joshua backup plan is gonna be Usyk. I mean, Joyce and Usyk. Won't happen. So obviously that's a really good fight. I think Usyk just too small. I thought at one point Usyk would have a nice chance at competing with. I thought he'd have a nice chance at competing against Joshua. He's just too small. You know, and he's up to 230 now. He heavier than Deontay Wilder, but he doesn't have the height to reach the range. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the issue right there too. And it's just to the point where, you know, he deserves a shot at 3 belts. He was a cruiserweight undisputed, and now I think he might be the first 4-belt undisputed champion. So he should go for that. You know, he really should go for that. So, you know, like I said, I think Anthony Joshua is going to smash him. It's going to be a massive smash. You know, but you know. We'll see what Joyce is going to do. You know, I think Joyce is very low in the IBF. Joyce ain't ranked in the WBA. Joyce is 6th in the WBC. And Joyce is 2nd in WBO. So, his options is better WBO. But they got a mandatory, he got to wait a year with Usyk and Joshua. So, his best bet is probably go WBC. And I think they should order Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce, you know, or Joe Joyce and Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz, whatever. But we'll see what happens. I think that's a solid consolation prize. You know, I think Joe Joyce would be a little bit more entertaining because Joe Joyce can take a punch. But it doesn't matter. They got to make sure AJ win. And, you know, for the most part, people mad at Wilder for messing up Undisputed. We'll talk about what he should do, you know, later on. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links, subscription. Faster reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All my links there. Facebook group link in the description as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well too. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And we're gonna keep it moving. But hey, check out the boxing news playlist. And let me know what you think about Plant, Jaron Ennis being free and being solely promoted by Cameron Duncan. Now, I remember Cameron Duncan used to be like the Al Heyman, the top ranks, managed most of their fighters. But appreciate it one time for one time. Peace.